So we're going to talk about what avoiding the work looks like.
I was not supposed to be successful. Hey there, Casey Ship here, fitness model, hormone expert, and a master energy healer. I help goal-oriented women clear out the reason why nothing has worked and finally step into their purpose and do everything they've ever wanted.
Ooh, y'all want to hear a story that happened to me 2 weeks ago? Let me tell you what happened. And this is going to save you a lot of money. So you're welcome. You're welcome in advance. So it's going to save you a lot of money, this mindset shift, and you're going to get results. All right. So here's what avoiding the work looks like. So Nicole, one of my strategy coaches, she said, Casey, I've got a girl. You're going to love her. She's, psychic medium. She wants to get healthy, she knows that there's some stuff there that she is blocking her, needs hormones, need all the shit. And she's just really excited to talk to you. She wants to work one-on-one with you, but she wants to talk to you first. And so I told her that you charge $1,000 an hour. And so she wanted to pay for that or whatever. I said, okay, I typically don't do that. So actually after doing this, I will never do that again. No offense to her. Just, this is really cool because it's not helping her. It's literally not helping the person, but it did help them. And I hate to say that, like, it will help you. Nothing is right or wrong. It's just, I learned something. How about that? How about me just stop projecting that out and just say, like, here's what I learned. Here's what I learned. So she paid to talk to me, right? And now this lady, honey, is one of fucking thousands. It's just, I got better this year at noticing it because I've been able to help more women get faster results because of this one thing, among other, but it's a big deal. So she gets on the phone and immediately, and this is also why I quit coaching the way I did, because I found myself getting on calls with women and men and literally just putting on a show, dancing, showing titties, because I channel and they make them feel good and they, and all this shit, but they never shifted. They did shift, but not in the way that I knew they could. But it was because I was enabling them. I felt not worthy enough. So I felt like I wasn't enough. So I needed to give versus just giving them what they wanted. Right. So it was my fault. I'm not blaming them at all. It's all my fucking fault. Right. But anyway, and it made me feel drained. It made me feel like I had energy vampires around me when really it was me. I was the fucking weak bitch, So I kind of got tired of that because you have to. You know what it feels like when you're starting to get, when energy's not aligned, you just know, and you're like, you start that elimination process. You're like, okay, here's what's going on. But anyway, so I noticed this lady gets on the call immediately with that energy, like, okay, so I know I'm stuck, and starts telling me a little bit about her story. And immediately I'm picking up, and I wrote it down because I was in my car. Immediately I picked up, wants to avoid the work, just by what she was saying. Like, I want to make money, but I am not trying to work that hard. I already do blah, 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 and all this. And I'm sitting there going, okay, we need to clear that. Cause it's like literally everything she was saying sounded like, and it's the way I heard it, but whatever, sounded like, I want all the shit and I don't want to do a fucking thing for it. I just want you to tell me what that one thing is that I can do that's going to get me everything I want. Honey, if we had that, we do have it, but we're too stupid. We can't hear it. Everybody always says you can have anything. We don't understand that. And we have to make our lives living hell until we actually understand that. But I felt that energy, right? And then she mentioned some other things about depression. And I was like, okay, usually, people, if you'll just listen, they'll always tell you, they always have the answers to their own problems. So there's that. So I'm writing all this stuff down. And right when I went to channel, because I was going to do that. Women know, Melissa T, right? You've done a session with me, like you're in Hotmomz and you've paid for the one-on-one session. It was pretty crazy, like what came through. So, we do this all the time, but this particular day, dude, like the spirit, the channel, baby, it was shut down. And I told her, I said, dude, like nothing. Like I get crickets. I get crickets. And so it kind of left her feeling. And I said, you feel let down right now, huh? She was like, yeah, I do. I was, expecting to get a session. And I'm like, you were expecting for me to act like a tarot card reader and tell you that one thing that's causing you to be blah, 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 blah. And I said, but the good news is that the fact that you feel let down shows me your biggest charge that needs to be discharged. And it's depression, it's let down. So, and that's a lot of grief and that's a lot of sadness. So did it give her what she wanted? Yes and no. She wanted me to dance around and entertain her with my majestic magic, well, I don't know what. But that wasn't going to happen. What she needed was to go inward, and she already had the answer. And whatever that gets brought up when you're around this person is the very thing that needs to be cleared. You know, if it's a negative thing, it may not be a negative thing. You just may get the energy and it's like, holy shit, this is making so much sense. But if you ever feel triggered or let down or whatever, that's usually what you need to look into. Or if that person, you know, I'll never forget watching this girl that was super successful. And I was like, oh my God, I know more than she does. And look at her face. Like, what the fuck? This is horrible. Is she even saying anything that makes a fuck? How are people gawking over this girl? And it turns out that she just loved herself a little bit fucking more than I did. And now I'm a big fan. So, hey, I ain't ashamed to say that shit. You know, that's why y'all like me, because I keep it 100. But what does avoiding the work look like, Casey? It's that. It's thinking that you're going to pay a coach to give you an answer. It's going to, oh, that coach didn't do it. Let me go to this coach. Oh, that coach didn't do it. Let me go to this coach. Oh, that coach didn't do it. Let me go to this coach. Let me go buy that program. Let me go buy that program. Let me go buy this book, this book, this book, course. You get to a point where you go, I'm missing something. Yeah, you are. You're looking for other people to make you whole, to tell you something that's going to change the world. And that's never going to happen. People can only show you what you're ready to see, and they'll tell you what you're ready to hear. You already have all the answers. You already know everything. And sometimes people come in to help you clear and find clarity and show you tricks of the trade. But if I could give you any words of wisdom, it would be to not buy a program out of lack and scarcity. Instead, pay someone, because you know that just being in their energy and understanding how they think about things and see things will help you get you to the next level. The person's there for a reason, but it's the intent, I guess. It's thinking that, okay, well, just tell me the answer. No. Now you don't feel empowered. That's me helping you walk. That's me helping you walk. You want to walk by yourself. Have you ever watched a little kid? I do it myself. I do it myself. I do it myself. We're just the same fucking way. We ain't changed. And cheating, Grady, what did happen when you tried to cheat code? You fucking got hacked, didn't you? Same with me, man. I try to cheat and I get fucked over. There is no shortcut wisdom hacks here. You're going to have to put in the fucking work just like I did. Now, you ready for the caveat? You ready for but did you know? You can't avoid the work. What if I told you that you could avoid the pain that comes with the work? Because this lady, all she needed to do was to clear the depression and the letdown and fix the codependency. And in that, find a way where the work didn't feel like work, because she's cleared the depression now. And now she gets, did you hear what I said? Gets to do the things. And she doesn't see it as work. See, a lot of women look at me and think, I couldn't eat like that. Well, I couldn't either, babe, 10 years ago. I've had to morph into this shit. It's a progression. You don't just go from this to that. That's like lottery winners. Do you want to be the person that gets all the money and then loses it because you're not a vibrational match for it? No. You know, you want to calibrate to that. And you can do it quickly. You can, like, well, whatever they call jumping timelines or quantum leap. It can feel like that. Yeah. It's all according to you and how willing you are to lean into that resistance. What does resistance look like, Casey? Resistance looks like, I can't afford that. I don't have time for that. I can't do that. Those girls are different. I need to wait till things calm down. My kids need me right now. The house needs me right now. I'd rather watch TV right now. I'd rather go drink alcohol. My friends are calling me. All those are just resistance. No matter how real they seem. All that's just resistance. So it depends on how willing you are to lean into that and see it, that the resistance is the way to getting what you desire. So I've just gotten really good at understanding what that feels like and how to get through it. That's how I go faster and faster. And a lot of these people that you see and they get really quick results is they just have either less trauma or their mind has been made up and they get really, in a healthy way, just like kind of focused. Their anxiety, they don't have anxiety around it. They're just, okay, I'm going to trust. They're just willing to trust. So, and if that's hard for you, because it was really fucking hard for me, like you have no idea. We have ways to make it easier so that you don't feel like you're going to lose or miss or fuck it up. So there are ways around that. But yeah, if you're really wanting to get the results without doing the work and without feeling like you're not starving yourself, without feeling like you're missing out, because that very thing has an emotion connected to it. Like, well, Casey, I want to be able to eat pastry if I want it. Well, that tells me you've got an attachment to food. That tells me that that's an emotion. There's an emotion there. Because if there wasn't an emotion there, you wouldn't give a fuck. It would just be merely matter. I'm right. I'm right. So what we have to do is like desensitize and clear and transmute, like rearrange the energy of wanting to avoid the pain, where the pain doesn't seem like pain. The pain just is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like pushing a baby out, right? That baby's going to come out. It's not just going to stay in there. And I know that's a horrible fucking analogy, but it's very similar. It's just understood you're going to have to go through some things to get the kid here. It's understood you're going to have to take a test when you go to college to get the degree. You don't dread going to school. I mean, you can dread going to a couple classes, but you know what you're going to get. The problem is you don't believe you can have the thing you want. That's where I come in. Because there's a reason why you don't believe you can have it. So yeah, I don't know if this is all making sense. Hopefully it is. Ashley said, we do love you. Oh, I love you. Yeah, and this shit is not easy. But what is easy? To me, this isn't easy, but the life I was living, to me, wasn't easy. Being sick and hating my body and feeling like out of control with my health and energy, working with clients I fucking hated, not having enough money, just me and Skip going through shit. That was hard. So the life you're living is hard. You already know hard. It can only get easier. Ashley said, I never saw that connection with food, and I totally do that. Dang it. When I feel like I don't get time to myself, I'll just buy and eat foods that I shouldn't, but feel like I deserve it. Yeah, it's all emotional. If you take out the emotion, it's like you eat food to survive. Like a newborn baby. Have you tasted fucking newborn food? It tastes like asshole, but it's because we've had like really good food. But to a newborn baby, it's like an energy source that's going to create life for them and help them grow. So that's what food is. We've just made it into a drug. We've just made it into literally a Xanax, an energy, like we have put an emotional attachment to food. And that's what Hotmomz helps you to do, is break that addiction. It's no different than alcohol. Christina, baby. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we do, man. That's what we do. And it's available for you. Like if you want it, if you want this, if you want to know how to do that, then come on in. And if you're worried about what it's going to take or what it's going to take away from you or whatever, that all gets to be cleared out. All that gets to be rearranged according to you. It's all you. You have the power here. So if you want to stay where you're at and you want to keep food as the emotional attachment that keeps you stuck, look, it is your life. You can keep doing that. Like, it's okay. But if you don't choose that and you don't want to choose that, well, just choose the other and get with a bitch that can help you and show you tricks of the trade. I remember crying in my car last year. I think it was last year when I had to start doing strategy calls. I was like, it's going to take me away from my family and I will lose my, and I literally was like grieving the things that I was going to lose, but I was about to gain everything I wanted. So I had to clear out the reason why I had so much resistance, and I was triggered, and I felt like I was going to lose time and I was going to lose all this stuff. I had to process and clear that. And I show you how to do that in Hotmomz. So if you're like really afraid of what you may find out or afraid of anything, all that gets to be cleared out, rearranged finally, because it's been holding you down long enough. Jesus Christ. I don't want you to be afraid and think that you're going to come in here and find out something that you didn't want to know. Like, it's not like that. It's a very empowering thing. It's almost like you've been hurting and then find out you've had like this internal splinter and you get it out and like it relieves everything. It's kind of like that. Like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Let me get it out. Oh my God, it feels so good. It's like that. You have to understand that you're going to make progress, but it's not going to change overnight. You know, you don't go from making no money, like being like just no fucking money, to multimillionaire in 1 year. People, listen, you can go from not making $1 million and then making $1 million in a year. Yes. But it's like a 10-year success story. Like, these famous people come out the woodwork. No, they've been in the game for a minute. I mean, it's like, unless you just want to be a one-hit wonder and get the results and it goes away. But I think you kind of want it for the long game. So if you're in it for the long game, you're going to have to play the fucking long game. And along the way, if you don't feel like it's working, that's when you get to go and rearrange your thoughts, beliefs, and your patterns. And then you'll find out quickly, like, oh, motherfucker, there was that thing. You know, today I experienced something with a girl and she goes, oh my God, that makes me excited. And I go, okay, well, here's the deal. Like, my mom used to like want to pop my bubble. And I said, I understand why, but she did it in a fucked up intentional way. So there's two ways to this. So charges and everything, you know how they say don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry. So you also don't want to make decisions when you're really fucking happy either, because you're probably going to overpromise. Ever done that before? Like, oh my God, I just love this person. Yeah, I'll help you with your wedding. And then 2 weeks later, when you're fucking tired and stressed out, you're like, what the fuck did I sign up for? Yeah. So you have to watch out when you do things out of like, oh, I want to get excited. I want to get motivated. And that shit don't last. You know, you're going to have to hold the opposite of that. And the opposite of excitement is like fucking despair. If you're tired of that roller coaster of emotions, it's understanding the emotion and learning how to neutralize and go back to the middle. And when you're in that place, you just can make way better decisions. You don't have a cloudy head. You're not afraid. You're not making it out of the potentiality of it. You know, you're literally making a really good decision. And so that's kind of what I strive to do as I move forward. I mean, it's not an easy task, but anything that's not easy, it's just a perception shift away. You know, I'd be happy to point you to like which one you could look at, because I don't know what's up on the shop page. Yeah. But you just need to get into the work. And, you know, I tell everybody, like, listen to my free shit's great. You know, listen to my free shit will help you, but it's only going to run you for so long. You need to get into the paid content. It's just a more powerful transmission. It's just she goes doing the challenge now. Okay. Yeah. The challenge, super good course, man. Those of you that don't know what the challenge is, it has the crack for all you crack kids, AKA the workout and nutrition that everybody thinks they need, which you do need, but you need a lot of other shit. So what I did is I added the food test. I added a lot of the emotional work. I added a lot of it. I added, dropped the motherfucking weight struggle in there. There's so much. There's over probably 100 trainings in there. You won't find a challenge like this out there that has to do with fitness. The only thing we got a lot of stuff that's not in there, but we didn't add hormones for a good reason. But the challenge, man, it's a great thing. You get a custom workout. You do it together. You got a lot of support. You get a coaching call every week. Super good deal. So that's a great fucking place to start, Gabby. Oh, wow. Wow. And so you start there. So how the programs work is kind of like school. You know, obviously you're going to make more money typically if you have your PhD or master's. So that would be like working in the mastermind or one-on-one, right, with me. So your associates, you could say, is like my bundles and my courses, right? You could still crush it, make a lot of money, be very successful with it. So you just have to look at the Hotmomz like a big university, right? And based on what you want to specialize in and how you want to feel and go in your life is what courses that you take and do. Does that make sense? So the challenge is a fucking great prerequisite. It's actually probably like, you could say it's like a associate maybe. Like you'll be way smarter when you do the challenge, because you're going to learn. I think reverse dieting's in there. Like a lot of coaches need to take this. They would be better trainers if they went through the challenge themselves, because we teach so much. We could have certifications at this point, but I don't want to give a fuck right now. rather create supplements. I think I'm going to do that next. We're making an app for the challenge, and then I think supplements are next. That would be good. Yeah, Gabby said it's a lot of good shit. Christina said paid content is life-changing 100%. Yeah, Christina, totally. And the thing is too, y'all, it's not that I'm holding it back from you. Here's the deal. I think maybe I may do like a book, maybe with shit in there, but you know how you can't have conversations with certain people because they just don't get it? That's it. It's like here, there's just so many people that's not focused on one thing. In the mastermind, we're focused on like one thing. And so I can talk about that. And it's just a deeper, it's not so just kind of spread out. It's a very deep conversation. So it's just more powerful. So I don't ever feel like you're just a bitch and withholding because you want me to pay you. Well, hopefully you're just kind of like going and clearing that shit. But I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? You know, I'll do my best. You know, that's why I can't even talk like this on the free shit on like the public pages. No, energetically right now, sometimes no. Now, if it's a mainstream topic, absolutely, it's fun as fuck. But when I want to talk about some deeper shit, I'm going to come here because you're in the free group. Like you've at least taken a step and like want to be in the free group because we talk about it all. You know what I'm saying? If you want to work with us, like I said, if you don't know what you want, just reach out. You could either reach out, you could DM us, email us support@hotmomzlifestyle.com, or just go to caseyship.com/book a call. And we will do everything we can to figure out where to put you. Tell all your motherfucking friends and let's have a party. All right. Talk to you soon.
This is it. I've got a free training, caseyship.com/register. Be sure to grab that and then join my free Facebook group and just reach out. Struggle is not required. So hit me up, caseyship.com/register. Talk to you soon.